What is going on, everybody? Circa and Survivor show for week 4 is myself, Russell Clay, and Rob Brink. Rob, interesting morning for you.
Yeah, I was just explaining to Russ, my dog had his ass probed about 5 or 6 times. So what's really bad is so he's been sick and they didn't find anything wrong with him. So, here, give him this medicine to calm him down. And so anyway.
Yeah, not a good day to be your dog. Not a good day to be the Packers last week on Sunday as well. Rob, rough Survivor. We did get the Bills through, but man, what a horrible loss by the Packers, huh?
I was at a restaurant standing up screaming at the television at the end of that game. I mean, the Brown, really? Could they have blown that any harder? The blocked and field goal and whatever. It's just we weren't meant to survive that, Russ.
And that is like you said last week, in theory, winning each week should be easy. In theory.
In practice,
but anyway,
not easy.
Let's get into it. First game, Minnesota, Pittsburgh. Steelers plus 2.5 at home. Tyler is a 4 on the Vikings. I am a 4 on the Vikings. Rob is a 2 on the Steelers. What are your thoughts here, Rob?
My thoughts were I knew people were going to come in on the Vikings, and I wanted to counterbalance that a little bit. I'm not sure. So 2.5 is a bit of a strange number, but I'm not sure we want to be backing the Vikings here. At home in Pittsburgh, I mean, it's just a great spot for us, I think. And so, yeah, I put a counterbalance there essentially because I don't want to take the Vikings.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's not going to be one of our plays. I do think Carson Wentz looked competent, but I guess Carson Wentz in his second start on the road. Maybe I shouldn't have a 4 confidence there.
It's like 2015 Wentz versus Rodgers or something, throwback. But
yeah,
I want to avoid this game.
Before 7 Carson Wentz surgeries. So yeah, probably a different guy now. All right. Eagles, Buccaneers. Eagles minus 3.5. Rob, you're a 3 here. Nobody else touched this game. These Buccaneers games have been disasters. They keep finding ways to win in not so great fashion. This Eagles team is an absolute unit, but sometimes they just run into close games.
Well, look, AJ Brown was back last week. We were clicking there. The Eagles look fantastic to me, and the Buccaneers are a team that's on the other side. They've won some really bizarre ways and games, and I don't think you can do that against the Eagles. I look for the Eagles, Saquon, to have a big week, and I think they absolutely get it done laying the 3.5. A little bit shocked I'm the only one on it, Russ. I think the Eagles are a strong team.
I don't know if they're going to lose a game this year beyond sitting the starters in the final week. If they were going to lose, it probably would have won some of those first 3 games, but we shall see. All right. Now, 15.5, Rob. We don't see that type of number very often. You're a 4 here on the Bills. I'm a 3 here. Maybe a play. You joke every time we see a big number like this. That's a lot of points in an NFL game. Where are we at?
Brother, this is a lot of points in an NFL game. And I put my 4 here almost as a contrarian play because this is not going to be a highly taken game in the contest because of this number. However, the Saints are one of the worst football teams I've ever seen in my entire life.
They are essentially finally tanking. It's 5 years too late. The Drew Brees era ended 5 years ago, and they've been holding on. The Spencer Rattler starting thing is a tank move. Yeah. I guess the question is backdoor cover at the end, but
it just depends how long the Bills want to keep scoring points.
Yeah. So interesting game. 15 points is a lot. All right. Patriots -5.5 at home. Nobody touched this game. I don't think anybody knows what to do with this Panthers team, who was complete shit the first 2 weeks, looked really good, destroyed the Falcons last week at home, back on the road again.
Yeah, well said. I couldn't tell you a read here on either side of this game whatsoever. This Panthers team is manic, and the Patriots are not very good. So I don't know.
Yeah. And the Patriots like to fumble 3 times a game, even though they're dominating.
The
So
Steelers just blessed last week. I mean, it was something.
in some ways, the Patriots were destroying them, and in other ways, they were destroying themselves. So pretty rough. All right. Commanders, Falcons. Jeff is a 3 here on the Commanders. Tyler's a 2 here. Phil's a 2 here on the Commanders. No Jaden Daniels, no Terry McLaurin, but Michael Penix is coming off maybe the worst quarterback game of the entire season. He looked like the JV quarterback that got shifted up to varsity and just instantly throwing it to the defense. Falcons looked good the week prior. That's the only thing confusing this. Might be one of our plays. I get it though.
Yeah, like I'll lean on Tyler and Jeff on this one. I don't know enough about what's going on there in the backup situations to make a proper assessment, but that Falcons team, not good. Not good.
Not good.
Where's Bijan, man? I need him.
Just give it to Bijan 30 times a game, right?
Just need him.
What? Curious what you think about that one favorite on the road. That's weird to me. I don't see that very often.
I mean, what's that thing sitting in market right now? It's just a coin flip game. Well, Russ, Atlanta is now -1.5 to -2 in market. So it's been a lot actually of movement on that game. Yeah. If we take that game, we're taking the absolute worst possible number.
All right. Well, we'll recalibrate on that one. Browns Lions. Nobody touched this game, probably because the Browns are a nightmare for and against. +9.5 is a lot for that Browns defense. That's all I'm gonna say. Lions should blow them out 45-10. But they kind of shut down the Packers last week, who's a very good offense. So we don't touch this, but any thoughts here?
Totally agree. I mean, I'm leaning heavily for Lions for Survivor. But God, would it hurt to have the Browns wipe out both of your Survivor entries? I mean, that would just feels like max pain. But yeah, Browns defense is obviously really, really good. The Lions, when firing, they should cover this spread, but it's a lot. So we're going to lay off.
It does go to show in the NFL, if you have like the best front seven in the league, you can win games that you have no business winning. But that's that. All right. The Texans looked horrible last week, and they are 7-point favorites at home against this Titans team that, again, like the Saints, is basically tanking until their coach gets fired. I don't know.
Little inside look. I think Texans are going to be hyper popular in Survivor this week. Probably for good reason. I don't want to touch them though, because I saw how terrible they looked last week, and yeah, they could blow this team out, but I think this is a great spot to avoid the Texans in Survivor that are going to be very highly owned, and then pray the Titans just whoop their ass.
All right. Chargers, Giants. Chargers 6.5-point favorites. Tyler's a 3 here. Armando's a 4 here. Phil is a 4 here. 11. Confidence here. Jackson Dart, first start. They got Cam Scattaboo, but this Chargers team looks like a true Super Bowl contender. Year 2 with Harbaugh. They are a well-oiled machine at this point.
Absolutely. And I wish this was 6.5 with Russ Wilson, because I'd be all over that. Just you've seen strange things happen sometimes when these dudes come in like Dart and
Yeah.
whatever. And so that's why I wanted to lay off. It looks like we're going to be on it because everything you just said. I mean, Chargers are a Super Bowl contending team. So
And like Jake Browning stinks. And he came into that Jags game a few
yeah,
weeks ago. Like, that's the risk, right? It's just they don't have any film on it, but yeah, I don't know.
but God knows Russ Wilson is awful.
He is horrible. 49ers -3.5. I put a 2 here. We are not going to be on this game. I just want to say Mac Jones was banged up last week. Ricky Pearsall is now banged up. They really only have Christian McCaffrey. They lost Bosa for the season. I think this could be a 3-point game, I guess is my statement. Purdy might play, so that shifts the line. But the Jaguars, their offense stinks, but the defense has been good this year,
Yeah,
Rob.
this
And that's
49ers team's really in decline, man. I mean, the injuries are just racking up against them, right?
yeah.
I don't hate your side, Russ.
Yeah. So, but I'm not going to bet on Trevor Lawrence again, probably this year. All right.
Yeah.
Rams, Colts. Rams -3.5. Jeff is a 4 here. I am a 1, and Phil is a 1 on the Colts to cover 3.5. This Rams team's really good. They had that Eagles team. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Jeff is a 4 on the Rams. I am a 1 on the Rams. Armando's a 1 on the Colts, and Phil is a 1 on the Rams. The Rams destroyed the Eagles last week and then stopped playing, and we've seen it so many times. They dominated the Eagles last week. So I don't know. Where are we at with this?
I don't know what to make of this Colts team. They're a little bit better than I anticipated them being. With that said, I mean, the Rams are far superior. The hook's a little bit bothersome. What is the market on this game? Still sitting 3.5. Yeah, I'm okay with the Rams here. I think it's the right side. I wish we didn't have to lay the half point, but I think it's okay.
Yeah. We'll see about that Colts team. This is their first real test there. All right. In the least, I imagine this might be the least bet survivor game. Bears, Raiders.
Oy.
Just two bizarre teams. It's a pick 'em. Anything?
This is truly a pick 'em game. I mean, these teams are both terrible. I mean, they're just both awful. And so whenever it's a situation of trying to decide who's going to suck less at a PK, I don't want any part of it.
I would pick the Bears here, but Geno is throwing for better or worse, and that just screams like it's going to be tied with 30 seconds left.
Geno's that guy, man. That's been Geno. That's what he does. I love it. That's why I'm a big Geno Smith guy. I love what he does.
He's going to keep firing no matter what.
By the way, Wes, we need to see Jameis back in.
We need it somewhere. Bengals.
We need it. Like, we need Jameis starting somewhere soon.
Yeah. Get him on the Bengals. It'll give life to all the fantasy guys, and it can't be worse than Jake Browning, right? Ravens, Chiefs. This game's going to be awesome. You're a 5 on the Ravens.
All alone.
This is a tough game. The Ravens schedule has been horrific to start the year. This Ravens team is awesome, and they could be 1-3 if they lose. Chiefs at home. Thoughts?
I think the Chiefs stink.
Fair enough.
They stink. And the Ravens, despite their record, I mean, they're a top 5 team in the NFL. I don't know how anyone could argue that. I mean, the just the combo of Lamar and Henry is like, so we're getting a top 5 team against what I think the Chiefs. I don't know. Mahomes is like bottom 30 in passing, right? I mean, they're just playing terrible right now. And so less than a field goal with this Ravens team. I love it. I love the spot for them. I love everything about it. I think Chiefs are getting too much respect.
Fair enough. Ravens, Rob on an island. All right.
I'm not moving it either. That's staying on the spreadsheet.
Packers, Cowboys. Jeff's a 5 here. Tyler's a 5 here. I'm a 5 here. Armando's a 5 here. And Phil is a 5 here. All on the Packers. I mean, you say your bet here about when so many people are on it, but that Cowboys team was helpless without CD last week. So it's tough.
Cowboys are not much better than the Saints.
Yeah, they're
just
bad.
mildly worse than the Chiefs. So what do you got to say? I'm not going to fight anyone here. We'll take the Packers. But the Packers did cost us a survivor last week.
They did. If they don't cover that one,
less than a touchdown though, you're good to go here. This Cowboys team is.
It's really, what does the Cowboys offense look like without CD Lamb, and then that defense is giving up like 500 yards a game. So
yeah, this game's -7 now at DK, which is a big move. Still 6.5 most places, but it is at 7 now at DK.
Yeah, a lot of money probably pouring in on that number. All right. Jets, Dolphins. Rob, you're a 1 here. Jeff's a 2 here. Tyler's a 1 here. Armando's a 3 here. All on the Jets. I like that play. +2.5 on the road against this Dolphins team. Their last fight was that Bills game. They're now 0-3. Is their offense still explosive? Yes, but you have to wonder where everyone is on that team right now. They're close to giving up here.
They're done. I mean, look at Tyreek. They're done. And so this is a great spot for the Jets to pound them. And like the Dolphins, they've just become the league's punching bag, which is totally awesome. But also funny just because of all the weapons they have on that team and all the talk around McDaniel for like several years, how he was a savant. Yeah, this dude's not Sean McVay.
Nope. He does have some cool plays. Could probably be a great offensive coordinator, but yeah, this ended badly.
So we're going to be on this, huh? That's close. Yeah, it's close.
I think we need to see if Fields starts. If Fields starts, Tyrod Taylor is sketchy to say the least, but yeah, we'll see. All right. Last one, Broncos, Bengals. Jeff's a 1 here on the Broncos. Armando's a 2. Phil's a 3. I kind of like this play. I know the Broncos defenses look bad, but I really do think all the film's out on Jake Browning now, and it's kind of over. Surtain on Chase, and then what do they do next? So that's my read there. Any thoughts here?
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm okay with this. Like if we end up here, there's no problem. You know what I hate about the game, though? It's just that half. But should be okay. 2-score game. Bengals are done, man. They're cooked.
All right. This brings us to our survivor pick. I know you mentioned Lions. I know on one man's opinion, Jeff mentioned the Broncos. I kind of like the Broncos this week too. But it's really down to those two pretty much if you don't have the Bills, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Chargers, it's just Chargers are on the road. So that's.
Yeah, I'm just looking at our sheet. Yeah, I don't mind Denver. I don't know. I think Lions obviously play Thanksgiving unless tradition has changed. So you could make the argument to hold on, but we got one entry left. Holding on doesn't work for us. We need to stack the W's. So I don't know. I think it's Lions or bust personally. It looks like the sheet, it's pretty much Lions. Yeah. 12 points on the Lions. Um, well, Armando put a 5 on the Bills. We don't have the Bills left. So we got
Yeah.
to go Lions or Denver, I suppose.
Yep. Lions or Denver. So those are our survivor picks for this week. Anything else you want to throw out there, Rob, before we head out?
No, we've been terrible. We have to do better, Russ. We've got to get better.
We've got to get better. Let's
Some
rally.
people going 2-3, 2-3, 2-3. I mean, we got to get better here.
Let's rally. Let's rally and start week 4. New era here.
That's what we need. New era.
So, all right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Good luck in your Circa and Survivor picks for this week. And we will catch you guys next week.